does a Walmart Business Analytics actually do? Hi, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Zoe. In this video, I want to cover the general structure of Walmart US. What does a Business Analytics actually do? The experience so far that I have working with Walmart, as well as what does it take to become a Walmart Business Analyst. Walmart is currently the #1 US retailer by market cap. About 90% of the US population live within 10 miles of at least one Walmart store. On the very high level, Walmart has 5 functions. The first one is store operation. This is the function that deals directly with the store and its associates. The second one is Walmart International. As the name suggested, it deals with its international arm and its associated stores. The third one is Sam's Club, deals with the club format. And the fourth one is tech. Walmart is people-led and tech-empowered, which means that we do have a lot of tech functions that supports the business needs. The fifth one, which is where I sit in, is the merchandising organization. This deals with a broad range of issues from assortment to supply chain to analytics. Within Walmart merchandising, there are several key functions. The first one is the merchant. Merchants deals with vendors and to decide what assortment and items gets put on the shelf for the customers to purchase. The second one is replenishment manager. This function primarily ensures that the items get to the store on time and in full so that customers can have something to purchase. The third one is modular analytics. This function primarily ensures that the item gets to put on the shelf in a way that makes sense and it's easier for the customers to find. And the fourth one, which is where I sit in, the business analytics. A BA in Walmart essentially have 3 functions. The first one is the most fundamental one. A BA functions as a CFO in any given business unit, meaning when they're in the business unit, a BA owns the P&L. On the day-to-day basis, they communicate to merchants as well as other cross-functional teams. How well are we doing to hitting the financial target in terms of sales and profit? The second function is tracking and measurement. When there's a large-scale campaign, or when there's a specific target in mind, whether it is to, how well are we doing in attract new user, or how well are we doing in launching this new product, a BA will be calling to build either a Tableau or Power BI dashboard using existing data to track and measure the performance of an existing campaign. The third function, in my opinion, is the most interesting one. From time to time, in the large-scale initiative, a BA will be called in to function as a project manager, not only to handle the day-to-day communication as well as the cross-functional team partnership and alignment. He or she will be called in to articulate and communicate cross-functionally and to leadership why, what, and how are we doing the project. I have been with Walmart now for a while. And in between, I've worked for other CPG companies or other Fortune 500 companies as well. Nobody's paying me to say this, but my experience with Walmart has been overly positive. When you first started, in your first day, they will typically hand you a book, the CEO Sam Walton's book, Made in America, will supposedly teach you the history and the principles of Walmart. For anybody that is curious about Walmart or American entrepreneurship in general, I highly recommend this book. Essentially, there are 3 principles that the companies operate that really stuck out with me. The first one is the EDLP, Everyday Low Price Principle. This principle is the company's foundation. Basically, what it means is that when you go into a Walmart as a customer, you can feel comfortable in that the items or the assortment that you put into your basket is a guaranteed everyday low price versus some of the competitors' high-low approach. The second one is swim upstream. In his book, Sam mentioned that just because the principle or the thing is hard is not the reason that we should stop doing it. Instead, just because the thing is hard is more of the reasons that we should strive to succeed. As an example, When he first opened the store, nobody think that opening a large-scale grocery store is going to succeed in a rural area. But Sam refused to believe that. And as a result, and as if it's a founding principle of EDLP, he was able to successfully expand one store to 10 to 15 and now 4,700 stores all across America and internationally. The third principle is treat the individual with respect, or the respect to the individual. This is in Walmart. It's not just a principle, but it shows up in the day-to-day as well, which as an employee, I find it highly beneficial. So what does it take to become a BA in Walmart? I think largely speaking, there are three things. The first one is the ability to handle data. Do you have the fundamental data competency to manipulate a large amount of data and to generate insights in order to compel the business to make decisions? The second one is the skill of storytelling. We are tech empowered, people-led. What that means is that you need to have the ability to use large amount of data and to tell a compelling story, not only to your cross-functional partners, but also to your senior leadership. Because Walmart, just like any other large organization, is trying to solve large amount of challenges using data. How can we be sure that this new product is going to work? How can we, in this today's competitive environment, to continue to attract new users? To answer those questions, you need to have the ability to use large amount of data and to compel a business decision by telling a compelling story. The third one, this one is the most important in my opinion, is the cultural carrier. You need to have the ability to work well with others and to work with different personality, because in a large organization like Walmart, you have to collaborate extensively. And to ensure that a large project is working well, it requires you to not be a brilliant jerk, but be a team player and to consistently delivering value by communicating and work with your cross-functional partners well. If you like this video, check out this video where I talk about how to handle the situations with your bad bosses and to not become one. Talk to you next time. Thank you so much.